What is up, you guys? It's your boy Alex here. Welcome back to the channel and to another video. If this is your first time passing by here, I ask you to consider subscribing, and while you're at it, please go ahead and smash that like button as it helps me out with my videos and hopefully will channel some energy to the YouTube algorithm gods. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a very exact business model that I use personally, and I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you guys how I'm able to make over $1,000 a day doing this, and hopefully you guys will consider doing it yourself, because at the end of the day, the reason why I do share these things with you guys is so that you guys can go ahead and implement them and do it so that you guys can make yourself some money also. So a little bit of a background about what I've been doing. I've been doing this since 2018, and since then I've been able to generate consistently between $1,000 and $3,000 a day, and it's been working out great. So I bet you're wondering by now, what is this guy talking about? How is he making that type of money? And that's what I'm about to share with you right now. I'm about to break it down really simply so that I can explain to you the 3 reasons why I believe that it's been working out for me so well, and why I believe if you tried this yourself, it would do great for you also. And who knows, maybe you'll be encouraged enough to start doing it yourself, because ultimately that is the main goal of today's video. So for starters, I always wanted to base my business model on finding a problem that many people face, and then finding a cost-effective solution, because there's no better way than building a business with the setup of a problem solution, right? Once you know that, that's when you need to find a niche next. And I specifically chose the technology/consumer electronics industry. And the reason why I did that is because technology is something that we've all gained a little bit too much of an attachment to, and we cannot function without. So why not start with something that many people rely on and depend on a regular basis? And you can punch me in the face in the comments if you think I'm wrong about that, but I really do believe this, and that's why I started going towards something that many people are using and relying on. The next business baby step was to look into my personal life and see if I had any problems that I face on my own that I could be sharing the same issues with other people, and then I would need to solve it. And that's what led me to start thinking about iPhones. You're probably not following me just as of yet, but I promise it's all about to make sense, so keep listening. So when I was locked into a phone contract with Sprint and then T-Mobile, I began to start thinking to myself, I wonder how many hundreds of thousands of people wish that they could unlock their iPhones without having to go through the headaches of dealing with their carrier and then having the same result as never getting it done. How many people wish that they could just get something more affordable or prepaid instead of watching their phone bills rise endlessly month over month? Now, don't get me wrong here, you can get your iPhone unlocked, but if you want to do it through a company or through a phone store, there's a bunch of criteria that you have to follow in order to get that done, and 9 times out of 10, people don't have their phone paid off in full. And another thing that's really bad about it is that usually the turnaround time is between 7 and 14 business days. And then the worst above all of it is that it's upwards of about $175 depending on what model you have. So it could be even more expensive if you had some of the later phones, which is something that everyone has. And that's when I started thinking there has to be a better way to deal with this. And after all, the false hope that comes with dealing with your phone company is just frustrating, and you never get anywhere with it, and you just want a way to get out of it. So that's when I started brainstorming and doing some product research to try to find the solution to my newfound problem. Not only was it a problem that I was facing, but it's a problem that everyone seemed to be complaining about. And so this is where I started to think, wow, this could be a really good decision if I'm able to find that solution. And so I started brainstorming and doing some product research around those issues. My goal was to find a way to help people unlock their iPhones with these 3 things in mind: time efficiency, cost effective, and last but not least, being able to do it with a device that has an unpaid balance. Say someone still owes money on it, or they just entered their contract freshly and they realize that they made the biggest mistake of all, which is what a lot of people do, including myself, so don't feel bad about it, but I did find the solution. So I ran across this piece of tech right here, and if you're wondering what this is, it's called an Unlock It Right Now unlock chip. So this little thing right here goes inside any iPhone of your choosing. It goes right underneath the SIM card that you want to use, and it basically unlocks your iPhone in just about 1 to 2 minutes. You do have to follow a couple of steps that come with the product, like turning on your Wi-Fi and making sure that your device is updated to the latest iOS, but that's very simple and something that anybody can do. and this thing works to unlock devices from all around the world. So you could be using it in the United States, you could be traveling with it. No matter what it is, as long as you have this device with you, you can put it in your phone and use whatever company that you want to use, no matter the status of the iPhone. Isn't that fantastic? So this product does come with some instructions. It's about 3 to 5 steps, but once you're done with that, you no longer have to do it again, and you've solved the problem that hundreds and thousands of people are facing on a regular basis and have no way to deal with. Not only that, but it only costs about 50 bucks, which is about $125 cheaper than the norm. Say you wanted to go to like a local phone store. I did say earlier that it would cost you in the ballpark of 175 plus. So this was actually solving a lot of the questions that I was asking myself before deciding on my business model. And that's going to be time efficiency, cost effectiveness, and a good turnaround time for the unlocking with no worries about if there's an unpaid balance on the device. So you're starting to get the big picture about this, right? By the way, I'll go ahead and leave the website link where I buy these personally in the description down below if you're wanting to give this a try, because it is a golden opportunity. And the most exciting thing about this all is I'm not done with the most important part of this yet. So make sure to stick around so you can see how I'm advertising these and how I'm selling them with no cost at all. Next, what I did was started posting on places like Craigslist, OfferUp, and Facebook Marketplace. They were all free ways for me to get my ads out there. Just letting the public know that I do offer this service and I can help them if they had that problem where they wanted to unlock their iPhone. I did let them know in the listing that it doesn't matter regardless what type of carrier that they're using or the status of their phone. I also made sure to let them know that I can get it done way faster and cheaper than any other method that they would be going about to get their iPhones unlocked. And I charge about $100 per phone, so it's about a $50 profit for 2 minutes. Every single time I go ahead and unlock an iPhone, I make $50 profit. And the website that I use to purchase these unlock chips actually give me an option to spin a wheel to get a discount code. So sometimes I'll get 15 or 20% off, and it'll just add to my profit margin. After a few solid ads, I was starting to build up consistency and was starting to do those unlocks on a daily basis, eventually building my way up to around 30 to 60 unlocks in one single day, and being able to just do that day in and day out, helping people. And before I knew it, with some good referrals and word of mouth, I was beginning to grow exponentially. It's been a really consistent business, and the rest is history. So if you guys want to give this a try, I highly recommend it and see what you can go ahead and make out of it. If you have any cool side hustles that you do, please be sure to share it with us in the comment section down below so we can see what you do. If you guys have made it this far into the video, thank you, thank you. This is going to be my daily dose of value for the day. And again, if you're here for the first time, please be sure to consider subscribing, and while you're at it, go ahead and smash that like button. Lets me know I'm doing a good job and shows me that you enjoyed the content. And that's going to be the end of today's video. So I hope you guys really enjoyed as much as I did, and we'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.